Hello everyone and welcome to my first YouTube video. So we're going to be, I'm about to get cut off by the spotter here, so the race is about to get underway. It's Lime Rock Circuit VRS Sprint. I'm in the Lamborghini Huracan GT3 Evo. Once I get cut off here in a sec, I'll start to give a little bit more of a thorough intro and not let you guys down, but tried a few times to get
The track temp is 21 Celsius, 40 minutes.
Speaking of the devil, so tried a few times over the first 3 weeks
Follow car number 9 in the right column.
of the season to put together my first video, but for one reason or another, poor scheduling, didn't get a chance to race too much in the week. Really average races in the first week, just haven't had a chance. So hopefully with my second attempt here of the week here, I can hopefully put something together. I've greatly out-qualified my actual in-race ability by qualifying 8th on the grid. I think I set 48.7 maybe. Can't remember off the top of my head, but it was definitely in the high 48s. So yeah, been on iRacing now for just under a year. Sorry, did the MX-5, moved up to Skippies, then did the Porsche Cup series, and now just started up this at the start of season 2. So I'm really enjoying it at the moment. Main objective of the channel is kind of to grow together and improve and just more have fun and stuff like that, clean racing and stuff like that. At the moment my objective isn't to have stellar results or finish top 3, finish top 10. It's just about having good clean racing, improving as a race car driver, and hopefully providing some entertaining content for you guys. If for whatever reason I go quiet during the race, please bear with me. I'm just trying my best to be entertaining as well as do well as a racer.
Be ready. Go, go, go.
Wow, this car on the right's got a ripper start. I'm just going to take it real nice and easy into turn 1. If anyone wants to launch it up the inside.
Right side, clear
Go
right.
for gold. It's funny, it's typically me facing the wrong way at the end of turn 1. But hey, I guess every dog has its day.
Well done, Oliver. Good start.
So I don't really want to be holding anyone up, so if anyone gets on the back of the gearbox, I'm just going to let them through at the most convenient time to not hinder their race and my own race. I just kind of want to have a clean one.
This is brilliant. Keep it up. P5.
Already getting kudos from my spotter. Almost not like I'm going to throw it away at some point. So hopefully in the near future I'm going to get a more top-notch mic setup. Just looking at a few different options and what will suit me for my setup and my needs. As well as hopefully get a webcam back up in commission and back up and running. But yeah.
The leader has just done a 48.47.
So I can't really pronounce the gentleman's behind me's name, but if he catches up onto the back of me at the end of the straight, I'm going to let him straight through without too much hassle, because there's a sizable gap between him and car in position 7. Just going to fall into that and be happy. That being said, he could be perfectly happy just sitting behind me conserving fuel. Actually, it doesn't look like that at all. Looks pretty eager to get past me, so I'm just going to let him straight through on the straight. Ooh. No worries, buddy. Just I'm gonna let him straight through. Don't want to get involved in that.
Ah, bad luck, Oliver. Come on, don't let him get away.
I'd rather do that than him do it into a more major corner where I need my rear end stability. But I'm sure if he's going to race aggressively like that, he'll have no issue taking out another racer ahead of me. Take himself out of the race like he almost just did. That kind of sucks. Just doing my best to kind of let him through, and didn't really need to hit me onto that straight, but well,
P6.
at least my race isn't over.
Ahead is increasing. It's now 0.9.
And
You've just done a 50.
all over the place. In the words of Dave Cam, no time for blinkers, but I'm not even going to try put a move on against him. Too hot through there. Same with Fawuad, sorry. Gonna let him.
Fastest lap for
200.
48.29.
Gonna let him straight.
Ramadan.
It's closing you down. The gap has come down to 0.6. That was 49.49. That's your best lap in this session. Your pit window for fuel should open after 10 minutes. It closes after 25 minutes.
Kind of dropped the person behind me ever so slightly. Actually, possibly not. I feel like he was considerably closer at the start of that last lap, but I might be just.
That was at 49.71. Sector 3 is 0.6 off the pace.
That being said, so do I.
He's all over you. Keep your exit speeds up. Stay smooth.
Too early. Damn it, he's gonna have a mega run on me.
Left side, clear left.
That lap was a 49.76. Okay, stay with him.
Maybe if he catches up to the gentleman ahead, he'll get a courteous knock like the one I got, but wish everyone has a good clean race. Just a touch too early. If I can just continue on this trajectory, I'd be more than happy with a good successful race.
The gap to
Ramadan.
ahead is now 1.2 seconds.
So just a bit too deep into turn 1. So obviously once I get extremely, I think the Lamborghini is going to be the car I really want to push for to become proficient in. I guess all depends on what the balance of performance is and everything like that, but I'd like to eventually get into some more long,
Your last lap
longer
time was at
distance races.
49.60.
But yeah, at the moment it's more just about honing in skills, building a small community base, just having a bit of fun. I've always been relatively involved in the sim racing community in terms of watching all the big local guys here in Australia like Will Ford and everything like that, and obviously follow Jimmy Broadbent and Dave Cameron and David Samsoid and everything like that. I thoroughly enjoy all the iRacing content and do my best to stay current and up to date with it. But yeah, just thought, look, I really enjoy what I do. Love to just share my hobby and hopefully show people
That's your quickest so far.
the process of
0.8
becoming somewhat quick. I wish I could have posted some videos from the Daytona, because that's one of my, from last week's race, one of my favourite tracks. Always do well there. But unfortunately was away visiting families. Only managed to cram one race in. And just didn't have my capture software up and running, ready to go. So, unfortunate, but hey, we all got to start somewhere.
The gap to
Osby
behind is now 2.0. Sector 2 is 0.8 off the pace.
I guess the major perk of being in the position that I'm in is only upwards and onwards to go, and only bigger and better things to come, which I'm thoroughly enjoying the prospect of, and it's very exciting.
The leader's just done a 48.33. The gap to
Ramadan
ahead is now 1.0 seconds. That lap time was 49.22.
That's a good lap, but I think it was a little bit slipstream assisted. Not too sure what's happened to this bloke. He's slowed down a fair bit. No, he had that mishap, I think, into turn 2 and 3, but hasn't really been able to recoup too much.
New fastest lap for
Hers
48.23.
That's a good last corner. That's the best I've done it all race.
Your lap time was 49.37.
I feel like the problem is with Brands Hatch, like in these VRS sprint races, typically you'll cover 20-30 laps, but with Lime Rock, you'll end up covering close to 30-35 laps over the course of a 40-minute race. Actually, way more, closer to 50 laps. Oops, someone's had an issue up ahead by the looks of it. Greg, I think. Oh, must have. Oh, that was the lamp. Oh, wow. That was the Lambo that just started one position above me. This race is well and truly over now. Too shallow on that one. I'm not sure if it's just me. Obviously, I'm still running a baseline setup with the Lambo just while I learn it. I have moved the brake bias back to 52.8, so I do like a more rearward facing brake bias.
You've got half your fuel left.
However, I find, from what I've heard, similar to the Audi, it's a very planted car, got really good acceleration, mid-corner speed. However, it feels, once you're on that edge, it's really hard to race the car at that edge consistently.
Good lap. That's your quickest today.
It just feels like what I would normally do every lap would, in one situation or another, just snap on me at the drop of a hat, which is, I'm sure, just comes down to a lack of which I'm sure is just a lack of experience of racing with this car. However, it can be a bit unfortunate when sometimes you do just have the weight transfer slightly wrong, or you come in that split second too late on the brakes or everything like that.
P5.
It is a bit unfortunate. I'm starting to go deep, so I'm just going to quiet down for a tick and just recenter myself. Again, if Ramadan catches back up to
Jones is leading the race.
I'm going to loom straight past me. I've got no time for that. Just want to race my race.
Okay, Oliver, don't let this guy distract you.
I think he's under a fair bit of pressure from Tolga behind anyway, but he just doesn't launch one up the inside like a maniac.
You've got 10 minutes of fuel remaining.
Always hate pushing out there, because when I did my first few warm-up sessions, I would always push that touch too far out with the car, and I'd drop a wheel whilst I was trying to get back on the power. And would just pretty much do what that Lambo did, where it spun across from the pit lane, but in the inverse. He is much quicker through this freaking complex of corners than I am. Again, over that crest, I'm not sure if his car is potentially not as stable, but yeah, it just doesn't seem it.
You've just done a 49.53. Yellow flag, watch out.
I'm not sure if he blinked or if he pit. I think he must have exited the car just at a funky time.
Don't let this guy intimidate you. P4.
That's a good line through there. That felt very nice. A little bit less aggressive on the accelerator than I typically am out of that corner. Gonna need to be careful, otherwise I'm gonna give him an open invite to go through with that corner. I need to just watch myself.
Fastest lap for
Kawasaki.
48.16.
It does just look like that car's not either set up, not been that dip just to really mess with it. I think I might let him through here.
On your left. Clear left.
6th place. That last lap was a 49.90.
Oh, he manually DC'd. Yeah, I can just see a bit of an accident most likely coming on with these two guys because the way it just doesn't seem stable underneath that car.
The gap to Alan ahead is increasing. It's now 1.3 seconds.
I wonder if it'll actually let him through. Probably not, but it would be the wiser thing to do. Not sure if it was the cleanest.
The next car is
Ramadan. Lamb.
It's closing in. The gap is now 1.6 seconds.
Kawasaki.
Is now leading.
Starting to get close. Oh, he dived into the pits very late. I think if Lamb behind catches
Well done,
up,
Oliver. You're looking really good. Come on, keep your focus.
I'll
P4.
gonna dive in the pits, but it's kind of a funny gap. He'll close in. No, he must have closed in when I let off to let Fuad through.
We estimate you've got 5 minutes of fuel remaining.
If Lamb does close up, I'm going to jump in the pits a little early, but I'd like to keep the fuel as light on coming into the tail end of the race as possible. So if
Come on, let's
I'm
put this hard work to good use. There's 20
hoping
minutes to go,
that this
20
ends up
minutes.
being the
That's
video
halfway.
that does get produced. We've still got half the race distance to go and a lot can happen. I can very easily throw this away. I typically do. If it does, the one that makes final cut to YouTube, it's my first video. Thank you to anyone who stumbles across the video. I really appreciate it. If you want to stick around for more, like, not saying no one's not everyone else is humble, but just
increasing. It's now
nice, chill,
24 Celsius.
easy iRacing content, I'd really appreciate a subscribe and a like. If not, just drop on in. We'll see what YouTube's algorithm does with it all, but thank you. If anyone does stumble across and enjoys it, feel free to leave a comment, ask any questions, anything you want to know, kind of thing. I'll endeavour to do my best. I don't have thousands of followers that I have to answer to, so I'm sure I could make a very time efficient response to you and answer any questions you may or may not have.
Martin is leading the race.
Two bites of that, I'm not happy about that. I thought this track was eventful in the Porsche Cup Series with no ABS, but they're making a fair showing of how many dings, dongs and bangs can happen and how easily things can go wrong with these cars as well.
The gap to
Lamb.
behind is now 1.5. P4. You've just done a 49.
Thank you back, Mark.
Left
Thank you,
side,
Mark.
Clear left.
I wasn't sure whether you were going to be kind or whether you were going to make me play hardball for it, but you definitely made that pretty
2 minutes
easy.
of fuel remaining.
Could have flashed my lights, made it a little bit easier, but took all the heavy lifting off me, which I appreciate. I think I'm going to box, not this lap, the next one.
Sectors 2 and 3 are 0.38 off the pace. You're a second off the pace in Sector 1. Alright, Oliver, we're running on fumes, mate. In this lap, box this lap, 2 litres remaining.
Also, I'm going to be coming into the pits extremely cautiously because it's a bit of a funny one and I kind of made a mess of it in my last race. Couldn't have timed that much better as not to hold up Riley too much.
On your left. Clear left.
1 litre remaining. Pit lane speed limit is 56 kilometres per hour. We'll pull you to the end.
That was a good stint. I was happy with it.
100 metres.
Emmanuel. Oh yeah.
50 metres.
Oof. I think I just timed that just right. It was it'll probably be about 32 litres it puts in. What it was on.
There's traffic behind. Watch your
Caught
mirrors.
myself out so many times by coming out of the pits, thinking I had limiter engaged, but didn't, even though there's a bright blue fluorescent button flashing in my face telling me, hey mate, you're not on pit limiter. It just catches me out. I think it's because I'm
Focus on the exits.
over-analysing
15 minutes left. That's
too much
15
about
minutes.
what's going on around me, and exactly, just instead of just staying focused on my race and staying well, which is something I'm learning with time, is just how to stay calm, stay composed, even when bad things happen, like that Ferrari making contact on the first lap, just rolling with it. At least I'm still in the race. As we saw, people's races are ending pretty much for the smallest of
Ahead is
mistakes.
increasing. It's now 3.9 seconds.
Car number 2 made a mistake.
Car left.
What are you doing,
Car
bud?
left. Clear left. On your right. Clear right.
Blue flag.
That's extremely unfortunate, but I think the car's pulling to the left now, which is sucks, but I understand I was a blue flag, but that's because I pit and he hasn't. That was very unfortunate. Sucks because most likely going to take a hit to the safety rating now for what I would deem as an unsafe rejoin onto the track. Let's just check. Steering wheel, I think, is still pointing straight. I'm sure I've lost a little bit of wing or something, but I guess we're just going to have to roll with it for another 13 and a half minutes. I think in that situation he did make a mistake. I understand he was racing for position. I don't know what happened into that corner with the lead car, but he should have done a safe rejoin on the track. I'm sure he had crew chief's spotter on screaming in his ear telling, oh, you got a car coming in. So unfortunately I think that was just on him and doing a bit of an unsafe rejoin on track. I wonder what that would be, power of suggestion or something like that, because I was just mentioning as I came down the main straight that just got to roll with it and move on. So we got 12.5 minutes to go. Just want to keep it nice and clean. We've got 14 laps left. Hopefully just keep it clean, keep them happy. Need to keep off that curb.
P9.
Greg realistically shouldn't be trying to go for any overtakes being a blue flag.
The gap to
Lamb.
ahead is now 9.5 seconds.
But that, oh, he's the Lamborghini that had the mechanical issues with the car at the start that we just luckily avoided. I might be lacking on the straight. If that is the case, I am just going to let him through. He'll end up getting penalised in the end. I've got no reason to race with a back marker.
Right side. Clear right.
The only thing that does suck is he is going to now be impeding my race with Lamb. I know I did have a few seconds to him before the pit stop, but I'm sure I've already hemorrhaged that with the accident and now this. But at the end of the day, it is what it is.
Blue flag. You got 10 minutes left. 10 minutes to go. Okay, Oliver. Come on. Stay focused. Apexes and exits. Apexes and exits.
Who catch us up to the back
guy
of
ahead
me.
is
Takara.
I'll let him through on this
blue flag.
on the straight, but he'll have to jump into the pits at some point. At least I was right in not holding him up because he's in second place. So to sort of dive in. Oh, nope, I remember Fuad. Yeah, he must just not do all that well with like the overtaking side of things. Has to be pretty quick.
The gap to
Takara.
ahead is increasing. It's now 11 seconds. The leader, Martin, is pitting. Your lap times are dropping off. Come on, stay focused.
Goes by about 1 second. Far out, I really did hemorrhage time in that accident, I guess, then. But no matter, there's still, what, 9 minutes to go. I'm sure a lot can happen. Oh wow, Fuad has lost an immense amount of time in the pits.
P8.
Maybe he had damage or something, like non-optional repair damage. I'm sure he'll be right on me though. That's 10 seconds behind. I'm just going to focus on there.
Blue flag.
Yep, I'll let
Okay, Oliver. 10 minutes of fuel remaining.
hopefully he catches me up on the straight.
The gap to
Takara.
ahead is increasing. It's now 13 seconds.
Ramadan.
Is reeling you in. The gap's now 9.3 seconds.
He clips that inner curb. Ooh, Osbane must have made a mistake into T1 or something. He's dropped way back. Slow through there, which is typically not that slow through that corner. I'm typically quick. I feel like that section of the lap is where I'm losing my time. I know it's that last corner, I'm just not being aggressive enough, and I think that's come down to just set up of the car, really. But
that lap was a 49.44.
which is funny because I'm beating myself up, and it's one of the faster laps I've done in the last few.
5 minutes remaining, 5 minutes left. The gap to
Osbane.
ahead is increasing. It's now 5.0 seconds.
So this season, I think VRS for the most part, unless something
Yellow flag.
completely grabs my attention, don't really think I'm going to be racing. I'm only going to race the VRS just so I can
E7.
really
That was a 49.69.
get to learn the car, circuits, strategies, setups, everything like that. Work out what my racing style is with this car, stuff like that.
That lap was a 49.49.
That was a good lap.
Ramadan.
He's gaining on you. The gap is now 5.0 seconds.
Sometimes crew shift can be
Yellow flag, you
Just-
knew it's about you, mate.
a blessing because it keeps you aware of what's going on, but can also be a massive hindrance. It can strike you out and make you think someone's on your case when realistically they're still 5 seconds away, like in this case here. But, oh well.
All right, Oliver. 5 minutes of fuel remaining. 5 minutes.
Just stay zenned in, mate. You got 2 minutes. I think I'll get this and one more.
That's 2 minutes left. 2 minutes. That's good consistency. Keep it up.
497. You're like holding fourth a little bit longer into that corner. Gives me just that touch more stability when I come back on power, as opposed to already being in 3, having disrupted the suspension of the car. But yeah. White lap this go round. White flag, sorry. Nope. Also tried something a bit different for this race.
49.81.
I allow crew chief to automatically do my fuel for me, just as I'm learning, less things to focus on and stuff like that. When I originally calibrated, I was recommended to bump it up to add an additional 0.5 of a lap. However, I found that I was having to fuel save, like in like these dying stages of the laps, dying stages of the race, sorry, where if something were to go wrong with someone ahead of me, I have an opportunity to capitalize on it. So I ended up just bumping that one up to just 1+ lap, which I'm sure I might be losing something in the overall speed of the car.
One more lap to go.
I feel that it very much so is beneficial, so I can just go hard all the way to the end and just not have any qualms, queries or concerns about whether I'm going to make it anymore. Plus, I do always like to do a reconnaissance lap in where possible. Yeah.
Two minutes of fuel remaining.
So was a good race. Well, was an eventful race. I feel like my safety rating should have been
7th position. There's
maybe
the
about a 5 or a 6. However, you win some, you lose some. There have been plenty of situations where I'm sure I should have had a much dirtier race in terms of SR, but I was able to get away with it with less infringements. So I'm happy with this, and I think this is the one I stick with and roll with. And I'm sure this bit will get cut out anyway. Hell, I might leave it in, just for me rambling and all that. But yeah, so again, if you enjoyed the video, please consider giving a like or potentially subscribing. Hoping to post more iRacing content in the future, hopefully increase production quality as I become a little bit more familiar with my recording softwares like OBS and etc.
100 meters.
Yeah, if you sat through the whole race, I thoroughly appreciate it, and I hope it was enjoyable. Thanks. So I thought just for a little bit of a caveat, I'd jump on in and just have a quick look at the results with you guys. I typically do it off camera because it's usually red everywhere, but we'll see what happens. Oh, so an increase in safety rating by 0.05. Again, as I mentioned in the video, I feel like it could have been a little bit higher, potentially a 0.07 or a 0.1. But a really good I rating increase, which is good. As I said, car 16, what was my qualifying? I don't think it shows what my qualifying time was, but actually, can I skip? Yeah, there we go, qualifying. So qualifying lap, as I said, was a high 48.7. So 48.7. So I was pretty much on the money with that one there. Practice I didn't obviously do because I did it in a different lobby, but yeah, so had a good race, good average, consistent average rate lap time with everyone else. Any notable, Fuad got a really good increase to his safety rating. Elmar Lamb got a decrease. How many incident points? Oh, 12. Wow. Yeah. And yeah, apart from that, was a good race. Not too many DNFs, which is always good to see. But yeah, as I said, guys, if you enjoyed, please consider leaving a like and subscribing. And I'm hoping to upload 1 to 2 times a week, but obviously with iRacing depends on scheduling. 40-minute races do take up a fair bit of my time. But yeah, hope you enjoyed, and we'll catch you in the next one.